Hey guys, my name is Bando. This is Brexit Bando. I've not done a video on Warhammer Day. I should probably cover some of the stuff that was shown, shouldn't I? I'm just going to talk about the Christmas box sets, really, or the 40k ones at least. Right. Well, I didn't think much of the stream. I never do. I sat in the Outer Circles Discord with a couple of guys, which is kind of a tradition nowadays. Had a bit of a chuckle, a laugh. Doc, no, oh no, shouting, oh good, constantly. But yeah, these Christmas box sets. Now, the Christmas box sets have become a thing for the last, 5-6 years or so. And we've had some really, really good ones, and we've had some real stinkers. And this year is definitely a bit of a mixed bag. So, first up, we have the Tau Empire's Retaliation Cadre. Or Cadre. I kind of like it because I like mechs. The Tau Commander box is one of my favourite Tau kits because of, to me, that's how all the Crisis suits should be. That set should be standardised. The level of movement you could get in that kit. The Ghost Kill looks really cool. I've always liked the broadside suit. I don't know the Riptide or something like that. I think it's a Riptide. Not a huge fan of this one. Just for design reasons. I think it could be better. It's not as bad as the giant walking gun platform one though. So yeah, probably not one I would look to pick up. I wouldn't fight a scalper for it. But, if I had it, the opportunity to buy it, and the price wasn't horrendous, it would definitely be would be up there. Then we have the Necron Hypercrypt Legion, and this is easily one of the weakest. So we have is it the Void Dragon, I think? I don't know all of the Catan. Actually, I just don't know the name of this Catan. I'm assuming it's the Void Dragon. He's the only one that's in plastic, right? Then the ugliest HQ model the Necrons have ever had. 2 units of, I think they're called Lich Guard. I really don't know the Necrons well enough. And then a unit of warriors. And it just seems like this is a start collecting box set. It's a start collecting box set with a big centerpiece model. A little disappointing. Definitely wouldn't be one I would bother buying. Sisters of Battle, the Penitent Crusade Host. I don't mind this one. I've always liked the Arcoflagellants as a unit, and the Penitent engines are fantastic. I'm not a big fan of the new Penitent engines. I think they're a bit too small. I liked the old Penitent engines because they were massive, and they were these bulky, horrible, brutal Contemptor Dreadnought-esque, things with a slavering criminal strapped to the front of them. Bit strange to have 2 rhinos. Didn't know that Arcoflagellants could take rhinos. Same with Repenter. I'm assuming if anyone can, Repenter can take them. But I haven't actually had a look at the 40k rules for Sisters because 40k rules depress me. They're awful. I really want to do a Sisters Army. I've wanted to do a Sisters Army since, before the plastic refresh. I had a Sisters Army when I was at boarding school, so around about the same time some religious fanatics did something rather world-changing. They were tan and red. The Sisters, not the fanatics. Well, to be fair, they were tan and red briefly as well. Yeah, well, that was spicy. Right, next up, the Valor Strike Lance for the Imperial Knights. Now, this is one I would consider depending on price. I'm not a big fan of this style of knight. I think it's a bit squat and boring, and it's a bad model in my opinion, and the legs aren't posable, etc, etc, etc. But I like Helverines. I want to get some Helverines, and I wouldn't mind painting one of these knights at some point. So this would definitely be the box. This would be the top of the list. This would be number 1. The sisters would probably be number 4. Necrons number 5. Retaliation Cadre number 3. Yeah. And then the next one would be number 2, which is the Inner Circle Task Force. And this one's interesting because it's lots of Terminators, and I like Terminators. I'd quite like to do a, I would get this and I would sell the Inner Circle or whatever these guys are called. Inner Circle Companions or something, I can't remember. Yeah, I would sell them or trade them off to someone, all 6 of them, and possibly even the Terminator Chaplain, because I think he's a hideous model. But yeah, I'd like to get, Lionel Johnson. Whether or not I actually use him as Lionel Johnson or convert him into something different, that I don't know. I don't actually own a Primark. I technically own a Primark model. I've got a Primark model painted and built and everything. But I would like to start getting some of these guys. The Terminators, I really want to get some of these upscale Terminators to work on. Maybe do them as, do some Heresy era ones. Give them, their combi bolters and normal loadout, and just have them as Siege era Dark Angels. So yeah, that would probably be it. Definitely one I would enjoy. Not, possibly, yes, maybe. This is definitely the strongest one in my opinion. But again, it all really comes down to price. The price of these box sets is really important, and it very much comes down to like the value level, and sometimes these box sets definitely don't have that value level, which is a little disappointing. It's nice to have those huge discounts. So next up is this thing, the Rise of the Dark Mechanicum. I wanted to talk about this. This thing, whatever it's called, the Cerberus Overlord Heavy Stalkers. This is a 28mm model. That's not the same model as these guys. So the loadout is this one. So let's start with this. Look at this gun and look at the guns underneath it. And then look at the level of detail here and here. This is quite clearly a 28mm scale model. Also, that is a different model, and that is possibly a different model as well. Maybe it might be a tech thrall. I don't recognise the head, but it might also give you a sense of scale that this thing is absolutely huge. But that is 100% either a phenomenal photo manipulation piece of artwork, but much more likely this is the 28mm scale version of it. Now the question I have is, will this be a resin kit? Which I could see. But I think more likely it's probably going to be a plastic kit. As on the LI front, don't care, didn't ask. These poses are awful. Yeah, like if you're going to make spidery, spindly legs, you need to work on your pose, because this is not scary. This is just silly looking. Yeah, these large back legs are dumb. It's good, selection of weapons and stuff. Yeah, you can see it's got like a really flat front to it, and then that's not there because it's extra barrels. It's not the same model. It's 100% not the same model. These are longer as well. These bits. It's not the first time they've shown off stuff like that though. We've got this image as well, which is slightly larger. Yeah, they are the tech thralls down there. It's not a bad image. I'm probably going to use that for the thumbnail of this video. But yeah, it's not the last, or not the first time that they've shown off stuff like that. They showed off the plastic Storm Lord, I think it was. This one. When they showed off the LI version. That is again a 28mm scale model. You can tell because things like the bolters are drilled out, and so is the barrel of the heavy stubber, which simply would not happen at LI scale. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, so I don't really have much else to say. I was unimpressed with a lot of it. The 40k stuff was boring. The kill team was just uninspiring. The Age of Darkness stuff, not Age of Darkness, sorry, Slaves to Darkness stuff was boring. I thought it was quite funny that we got the Chaos Sorcerer, who very much is worse than the Chaos Sorcerer that was just showed off a few days before as like a limited edition model. Was hilariously bad, and I instantly said, why does it look like it stands outside a school, you know, protecting little Chaos children from chariots racing past? And then Doc was very quick on the mark, or sorry, Molotov Kraken was very quick on the mark with this. The only part of this model I like is the helmet. That would look really cool on a Terminator for a word bearers like Praetor, but this is just, it's just a terrible model. So yeah, pretty weak. No Space Marines as well, which is really weird for GW. Not a single Space Marine showed off. It's over. Games Workshop's over. No. Very surprised that the Marines didn't get their equal attention cake. Even if it was a single model. So yeah, let me know what you thought of the show. Was it a letdown for you? Were you happy? Are you hyped? Is there anything you're really looking forward to? It's always good to have a conversation in the comments, guys. Alright, well thank you very much for watching. I'm going to go back to finishing this video, and have a great day. Bye bye.